If anyone asked in the court, they would say that Lady Kemi has been quiet and hidden these past few months. But the lady has her reasons. Kemi, ever since she was a child, had roamed these palace halls and basically grew up in the court. She knew Bakugo ever since they were children, but they never became friends because at such a young age he was sent to the south with his father. And Kami would remember her parents would always try to present her to Queen Mitsuki, describing all of Kami's great personalities and achievements, in hopes that Queen Mitsuki would introduce her son to Kami. Her parents had hoped for her to marry Bakugo someday. They always said that the power is everything, and as a woman in this time, Lady Kami can only secure power to herself if she marries a powerful man. Yes, her parents had always pushed her to marry Bakugo, but they were not the reason why Kami had become so fond of him. She remembered when she had a lot of curiosity for the young prince back then. He was sent to the south, so his only contact with his mother was with leathers. He did visit, but it was only once or twice a year. His visits back then were always private, and nobody aside from the queen saw him. Those letters had become Kami's way of trying to get to know the young prince, even when he was not physically present at the time. Every girl's her age back then would look forward for Bakugo's letters to fill their curiosity as to what the young prince was like, but they were not as curious as Kami, because eventually her curiosity and how she constantly paid so much attention to Bakugo's letters back then, and how she would always imagine how it was like, resulting to Kami's unexpected affection towards him. When Bakugo went home to Igneous after his mother's passing, and when he took the crown, Kami was determined to be chosen as his partner. But there came his first wife, a forced and political marriage. She never lost hope of snatching Bakugo, though, because the marriage turned out to be sour. And just as she thought she was finally got her chance, another wife came again. Yin came into the picture, an outsider whose headstrong personality made Bakugo dislike her. Kami thought that she wouldn't last long in this court, just like his first wife. Kami hoped that she might get to try to beat Bakugo once again, but it seems that Yin had managed to stay a little longer. Of course, because she's stubborn like that. Kami had planned to do something about her, then another woman came. Their never-ending Lady Erica, a mere mistress who was only supposed to please the king, but this past month, Kami had noticed something about Lady Erica. Lady Erica might have also developed a fondness for Bakugo. Kami took one look at her and she noticed that way Lady Erica has been looking at Bakugo, seemingly having hearts in her eyes. She's crossed the line. Kami had concluded she has two people to get rid of. Yin and, well, Lady Erica. That's why she's been quiet this past month, as she was trying to think how to exactly get rid of them from this court. From Bakugo. Of course, she'll start with the weaker one first. Lady Kami is now walking in the palace halls. She made a turn and finally found the person she was looking for. My, what a pleasant evening, Lady Erica. Ian did not dare look up from the parchments she's signing, because if she does, her head would explode right there and then from embarrassment. What possessed her last night to do such a thing? Falling asleep in Bakugo's chambers and in his bed? They hadn't had an argument these past months, and she let her guard down. But she still considered it good that she let her guard down for a while, because they actually need to work together for these pagements. Still, things could happen that night, but she was revealed to see that she's still fully clothed when she woke up this morning. She forgot her fear, but now embarrassed crept up. Even now, in the private dining room where her, Bakugo, Midoriya, and Lady Erika were present, she couldn't even meet his eyes. She could feel her face heating up just at the thought of what happened last night. Good thing they're currently busy with the paperwork to even acknowledge each other, and Midoriya is the only one talking to them. "Here is another one, Your Majesty," he said to Yin as he handed another parchment. Then he went to Bakugo to give him his work. Midoriya continued to do that, going back and forth between Yin and Bakugo. "Thank you, Midoriya." You smiled, not looking up, as Midoriya handed another parchment again. Their breakfast was hardly finished. The only one who actually ate is Lady Erika. A sigh came from the lady. Yin did not mind it, but she's been signing ever since this morning. It sounds like she's in a dilemma or something. Then another sigh. This time Yin looked up and smiled at the lady. "Is something wrong, Lady Erika?" Yin asked. Lady Erika turned to her, a little surprised, but she composed herself and shook her head. "Nothing is wrong, Your Majesty." "Oh, but you seem to be bothered. I am so sorry if we're leaving you out, Lady Erika." "Not at all, Your Majesty." The lady shook her head, feeling guilty. "I was thinking about what to do later." I see," Yin said. "Well, there's the garden. I recommend it so you can enjoy the fresh air." Lady Erika smiled and nodded. She then stood up. "Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall now excuse myself." She curtsied, turned to Midoriya and curtsied as well. "Your Majesty?" she muttered to Bakugo as she curtsied to him as well before exiting the room. Yin followed her figure as she walked out. "What's up with her?" Bakugo's voice rang, causing Yin to turn to him and accidentally meet his eyes. She turned red immediately and looked down. Now she bets that Bakugo is looking at her weirdly. She can feel his gaze on her, but Yin did not dare look up. It seems that Lady Erika has heeded Yin's advice and explored the garden for fresh air. Yin also decided to get some fresh air that afternoon and came across a lone Lady Erika sitting by the fountain. From afar, the lady's solemn face is visible, and Yin wondered why. But she didn't want to impose too much, yet her distress is really coming off her, and she's been sighing. On cue, the lady sighed for the 9th time that day, and it drove Yin to approach her. "You've been sighing a lot," Yin said. "Oh, Your Majesty!" Lady Erika immediately stood up and curtsied. Yin motioned for her to go back down and sit, but she didn't. She only complied after Yin sat herself down beside her. "I know you told me it was nothing this morning, but until now you have that look on your face," Yin said. "Well, I cannot deny that now, can I? But Your Majesty, I do not want to bother yourself with me because what I'm feeling right now is completely trivial and may come offensive to you," Lady Erika answered. Yin raised a brow. She looked at Lady Erika's face to see that she was really genuine about it, but Yin had a hunch about the source of Lady Erika's distress. "What is it? Is it about His Majesty?" Yin asked, which caused Lady Erika to falter. The lady then looked down and nodded in confirmation. "I am so sorry. This is so selfish of me. And you..." Yin cut her off. "I don't mind, Lady Erika. For me, it is now a normal occasion that everyone here in the palace would have at least one concern with him." "Including yourself, Your Majesty?" "Yes. But he's your husband, and it looks like both of you are improving your relationship right now." Yin's eyes widened. "Is that so? Well, yes. He's my husband in a political sense, but we're never that intimate, and we've always gotten a few issues between us." Lady Erika lowered her head. "I'm so sorry." "It's all right. Not all marriages come out of those fairy tales." "I'm so naive," Lady Erika said. "Me, a mere mistress, is actually expecting more from His Majesty when clearly we're not tied to each other." "Well, you've been intimate with him one time or many times?" I suppose I really can't blame you for that, Yin whispered. Yes, because of that I found myself expecting more from him. He's been busy with everything and I've never got to see him anymore. He's really selfish, and I long for him. It was only that Lady Erica's words sank into Yin's head. Her lips fell into a frown, and she found herself making a concerned face for the lady. Lady Erica, are you in love with him? Yin did not need any words from the lady to confirm it was true, because as soon as Lady Erica faced her, the look she has says it all. She couldn't comprehend it. Why? Why is she in love with him all of a sudden? Is it because of the nights they spent together? But Yin stopped herself. But he's terrible, she wanted to say, but found it inappropriate to comprehend Bakugo in the first place. After all, this is Lady Erica, not her. Lady Erica is intimate with Bakugo, and Yin is not. Lady Erica may seen a side of him that Yin didn't, and Lady Erica hasn't experienced cruelty from him, not yet. I heard what he did to you, Your Majesty, Lady Erica said, but I do not judge people by their mistakes, and I will not pretend to agree with you because I believe that a person should not only look at the bad side of someone. They must learn how to forgive and see their good side. Yin's brows curved. Are you saying I'm only looking at his bad side? I do not fully know your thoughts about him, Your Majesty. It is for you to figure out. The conversation really did bother Yin. The rest of the evening, at dinner, it's all she thought about, and when the time came for her to rest that night, she couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned in her bed and eventually became still as she pondered on what Lady Erica said. It is really just looking at the bad side what Bakugo did. What about the other good side he's done? And is there any? Yin didn't know for what she hadn't seen yet. Did she make an effort any to see it? Well, there is one time when he helped her with Lord Yuri, and Yin thought that maybe he felt that he owed her one after the whole Southern Kingdom incident. Now Yin is confused. Lady Erica has unknowingly planted doubt in her mind, but then she thought about her coup. She established that because she saw how Bakugo is slowly leading this kingdom to ruins, taxing the people and immediately causing them to revolt, then killing them before they can even have a chance to start. Then there's the war with Glacia, the seemingly never-ending war caused by Bakugo's spies to conquer the lands and of his enemies. The most stupid thing men has ever done is invade to war. Yin is wishing peace for this kingdom and for it to prosper without dragging its own people and making it the battlefield for war. Ugh. This is too much thinking of causing her a headache. Yin really needs to sleep because tomorrow is another day of preparations. Also, her and Bakugo would be meeting everyone tomorrow to get ready for the parade to start, the festival which is in 3 days from now. Yin tossed one last time and forced her eyes to stay shut until she fell asleep. What is that, Lady Cammy? Lady Erica's voice rang as Cammy bent down to get the item she sprinkled on her bed. She then taken Lady Erica to her chambers after she found her earlier. Cammy grabbed the item and held it out for Lady Erica to see. A dress? Lady Erica said as she admired the dress in Cammy's hands. A red dress, to be exact. I would like to give this to you, Cammy said. Oh, that's very generous of you, Lady Cammy. I'm very thankful. I did not know what I have done to receive such a gift. Lady Erica smiled. Well, Cammy placed the dress back on her bed and approached Lady Erica, then grabbed her hands. Lately, I've noticed that you look so down, and I couldn't help but be concerned. Lady Erica's smile grew wide. Is that so? That's very thoughtful of you. Of course, you're one of the court ladies now. You do know I look out for everyone here. And you are so likable, Lady Cammy. I can never think of anyone who isn't friends with you." Cammy let go of Lady Erica's hands and scampered back to her bed. "Well, there is one," she sighed. Lady Erica raised a brow. "Who might that be?" Cammy sighed again. "You do know I don't have any kind of relationship with the Queen, right?" Oh. Lady Erica looked down and wondered. "Her Majesty is very kind, but she is mostly busy all of the time, and maybe that's why she hasn't got any time to get to know us." Cammy hummed, tempted to tell Lady Erica that is not correct. The lady's entrusted relationship with Yin stemmed from her not being able to recognize a wig, thus insulting Lady Cammy, and the other ladies making fun of her for being uncultured. When Cammy got to take a closer look on that wig, she realized that it does look ridiculous, looking mostly like a hat, and she stopped wearing it. But she's not going to admit that to anyone, especially to Yin. "Is that so? Speaking of Her Majesty, have you noticed that lately she's been spending a lot of time with the king?" Cammy started her scheme. She noticed Lady Erica stiffen. "I believe it's because of the preparations." "Yes, but it just happened all of a sudden ever since they came back from the south. It's like they've gotten closer, don't you think?" "Well, they did spend some time together there. And have you heard? Her Majesty was harassed by Lord Yuri, and His Majesty was so furious he kicked the Lord out." "Yes, I heard of that too." Lady Erica's head hung low, yet Cammy continued. "Do you recall something happened between them? Maybe they..." Lady Cammy gasped and stopped. "Oh, I'm so sorry, Lady Erica. I nearly forgot." She forged her apology. Lady Erica waved her hands. "No, it's all right, Lady Cammy. I should not be affected by it." "But didn't you and His Majesty spend some time together? He comes to you every night. It must surely affect you." "Oh, I'm so sorry. I really am." "It's really all right." Lady Erica closed her eyes and lowered her head. Cammy suppressed the temptation to snicker. "But I can tell you're not," she said, then beckoned Lady Erica to sit beside her. The lady complied. Cammy then turned towards her. "I could not blame you if you feel like that towards His Majesty, Lady Erica. I certainly cannot blame you to be jealous. But it is selfish. He's married, and I'm just his mistress. I have no right," Lady Erica said. "That is indeed true, but..." "But what?" Cammy smiled. "The fact that you provide him the thing that his wife cannot is enough reason for you to be jealous. You gave him something that the Queen can't provide him." "But still..." Lady Erica's hopes is still battered but Cammy acted before she could even say anything. "You know what? Tomorrow there's going to be a discussion for the parade and everyone can participate," she asserted. "Tomorrow you should attend. Wear this dress and impress His Majesty once again." Lady Erica looked up. "Will that work?" "Oh, of course." "How will you know it will work?" Cammy let her smile widen. She touched the dress beside her. "I bet His Majesty likes this red dress in a woman." Beknownst to Lady Erica, everyone recognized this dress except her. The same dress was worn by the women that everyone knew after all. This red dress belongs to Bakugo's previous wife. With a smile, Lady Erica nodded. "All right, I'll wear it tomorrow." Yin woke up the next day and Lady Erica's words miraculously vanished in the back of her mind. Maybe it's because she's occupied by the work again and she's preparing for the meeting. Midoriya approached her the time before the meeting. "Your Majesty," he called when no one was around. "It's been confirmed that the military will be present for the celebration of the festival." "That's great," Yin whispered, shouted. "Are they going to stay here in the palace for a few nights?" "A very few nights, Your Majesty. They're only to be here for 2 days, as His Majesty has ordered. It seems to me he doesn't want the military to ease up, for he might want to start another war again," Midoriya said. Yin's brows furrowed. "What, another war? When is he even going to stop conquering more lands? It's what Kachan does, he said almost hopelessly. But 2 days is enough for us to get to know General Aizawa. Let us make a good impression, Your Majesty. Yes, I understand. You will help me get to know him, right? Of course I will, Your Majesty. Yin nodded, satisfied. All right, so let's get on with this meeting. Midoriya escorted Yin to the throne room again, and the nobles filled up the whole room in one time. Bakugo was the last one to arrive, then he started the meeting. The time he decided will be the one to speak, so the last incident won't happen again, and he'll be quick to shut down anyone who dares to bring the topic of the air again. Yin already knows most of the things that's going on to happen in the parade, the start of the festival, but she still isn't until Lady Cammy came in quietly and stood next to Yin. It's been a while, Your Majesty. Lady Cammy greeted. It has been indeed. Where have you been? Yin asked. I've been taking care of some things. Lady Cammy's tone turned out to be mischievous for Yin. She looked surprisingly at the lady before saying, I see. Bakugo continued to talk and everyone listened. He's surprisingly calm today, but he kept glaring at the nobles who questioned him last time. Have you seen Lady Erica, Your Majesty? Lady Cammy whispered to Yin. She's supposed to attend this meeting after all. Yin shook her head. I have not seen her, but I do hope she'll attend. Well, Lady Cammy said, I was sure that she told herself she'll attend. I'm just not sure why she's not here yet. Maybe she changed her mind. I do not think so. After all, His Majesty's speaking in this meeting. She wouldn't miss it. Yin narrowed her eyes. Well, it's just for her then. She turned back to listening, but Lady Cammy spoke again. I think she'll be here soon. Yin continued to get suspicious as to why Lady Cammy is suddenly having this very random talk with her about Lady Erica. It's not like she cared about the mistress like before. Nonetheless, Yin decided not to reply and listened, but that's when the doors opened. Half of the people in the room turned to the late person to see that it was Lady Erica. She looks very dressed up. She styled her hair and wears a very daring red dress, and it looks so... Wait a minute. Yin has seen this dress before. But where? She searched her mind, and while she's at it, someone gasped so loudly when they saw Lady Erica, and everyone turned their attention. With everyone's reaction, Yin finally remembered where she saw this dress. In the painting in the hallway, the portrait of Bakugo's previous wife. It was the same dress that Lady Erica is currently wearing. Why does she have it on? And why is she wearing it now? Oh no. Lady Cammy muttered beside her, and Yin's suspicion has risen. You, Bakugo said, his eyes wide and angry. Why the fuck are you wearing that? His voice is low and angry at first. Lady Erica couldn't speak much. She's confused and terrified. Where the fuck did you get that, huh? This time Bakugo raised his voice and went down to march to Lady Erica. Everyone immediately running around. Kirishima and Kaminari went to Bakugo to stop him, while Midnight went to Lady Erica to usher her out. Are you trying to spite me? You're wearing that shit to try and scare me, aren't you? Yin suddenly felt terrified at the deathly tone in his voice. He really sounded so angry. She has seen Bakugo so angry before, but this anger seems like it is a mix with fear. She realized that what his previous wife did to him when she tried to kill him in his sleep really left a mark on him. He kept screaming and advising to Lady Erica. The lady is confused, but did not budge when Midnight is pulling her back out of the room. By now, most of the people in the room are on their guard. How shameless of her, Lady Cammy said again, shaking her head. Yin turned to her, slightly glaring. Did you do this? Lady Cammy did not answer, and Yin decided not to waste her time on her anymore. She immediately marched to the scene. Get out of here, now! She has to yell to Lady Erica for her to hear. Finally, Midnight was able to pull the lady out, and her shock, and they disappeared out of the room. Where the fuck are you going? You try to spite and leave? Fucking coward! Bakugo continued to yell, his voice breaking. Please calm down. Calm down. She got to him and tried to stop him from walking forwards. Get back here, you fucking bitch. He cut himself off and glared at everyone who surrounded him. Let go, you fuckers. He brushed his friend's arms off him. Yin did not say anything. She dared not to, afraid that Bakugo will blow off again. This time, his breathing fast and glares at Kirishima and Kaminari. Why the fuck did you stop me, huh? She's fucking testing me, he said, still panting. Bakugo, don't do it. I know that was traumatizing for you, but please do not do it. She doesn't know. Kirishima was cut off. Don't tell me what to do. She has to have what's coming for her. He pointed to the spot where Lady Erica left. I gotta go and get her, and fuck all of you for trying to stop me. He turned and started walking. Kirishima immediately got in front of him. Bakugo, she doesnto't know anything about it. You must know that she didn't mean it. Kirishima tried to coax him. Step aside, Kirishima. Yin took a step forward, but was stopped by a hand on her arm. She turned to see that it was Mina. She shook her head, telling Yin to not go. Yin complied. Kirishima glanced. No, you're very angry right now and not in the right state of mind. I will stop you before you could do anything. Bakugo did not say anything. He merely clicked his tongue and pushed Kirishima aside. Everyone gasped. The blonde king then started walking outside. You take care of her. I don't want her in my sight, he said before disappearing. Yin lifted her dress and started running to follow him. Your Majesty! Mina and the others worried shouted when they ran after her. Yin continued to follow Bakugo, and he stopped in front of his study. What do you want? He asked her. Yin could not say anything. She immediately became confused and asked herself why she even followed him here. Bakugo clicked his tongue and decided to get in his study. He shut the door loudly and left Yin outside. Your Majesty! Mina, Yaoyorozu, and Jiro arrived. It's okay. I'm all right, she reassured them. Never do that again. Bakugo is very scary when he's really angry. He might do something, Mina shouted. But I'm fine, Yin reassured them. Let's just go back and let him be for now, Yaoyorozu said. He needs let off some steam. Jiro starts to pull Yin away from the study. Yin let them do so. She looked back once again to the door and Bakugo's study before disappearing into another hallway. Yin isn't even aware of it, but she is worried. She wonders if he's going to be all right in there by himself. Back there in the throne room, he sounded really angry, but there's an undying fear in his tone. Yin hopes he'll do all right. Okay, guys, I want to say this really quick. So this week or next week, I will probably not be uploading. I don't know if I will or not because you guys are probably gonna judge me, but I have not driven yet, so I'm taking my driver's test. Yay! So if you don't see videos this week, that's probably why. But anyways, I love you guys all so much. Bye. Mwah.